Okay, welcome back everybody to the live webinar here at weBINAr. So this week's Torah portion is Korach, which speaks about a rebellion that an individual by the name of Korach led against Moshe Rabbeinu. And there are many commentaries that explain exactly what that rebellion was. His end was that God made a miracle. The ground opened up and swallowed him and his followers inside it to prove the truth of Moshe Rabbeinu, the truth of Moshe Rabbeinu's teaching. As the famous saying goes, Moshe emes, Moshe is true, v'soirasai emes, and his Torah is true. But there's one very important pasuk, which is one way, if you look at that verse, would teach us one way of properly analyzing this rebellion and where he was right, but where he went wrong. And that is, the pasuk tells us, Kol that Korach told Moshe Rabbeinu, Kol ha'eda kulam kedoshim. The entire congregation is equally holy. We're all holy. Lama tisnasu al kahal Hashem. Why do you make yourself higher or better or in a position of leadership over the congregation of God? The entire Jewish nation is equally holy, equally special. Why are you better than any of us? Why should we look up to you as our leader? Any of us can be a leader. We're all equal. We're all the same. Why are you any better? Now, where is he wrong in this statement? In his statement, Kol ha'eda kulam kedoshim, the entire congregation is holy. The truth is that he's right. Everybody is holy. Every Jew has a soul. Every human being is connected in the image of God. That statement is correct. The issue was with the second half of the statement, Lama tisnasu al kahal Hashem, that because everybody is equal, because we are all equal in the eyes of God, we're all equally valuable, therefore Lama tisnasu al kahal Hashem, why should there be a leader? Why should Moshe Rabbeinu be any better than any of us? The conclusion was incorrect. To elaborate a little bit on this concept of equality, that everybody is equal on the one hand, yet there seem to be differences. There's Moshe Rabbeinu, there's a regular Jew. How do those two things fit together? So let's analyze the concept of equality for a second in a scenario which has nothing to do with Judaism or anything of the sort, just to bring out the point, to make an interesting example that I was thinking about today. You have in society many roles, many different positions. Let's bring two very, very different roles and positions that people in society have. The position, the role of a doctor, and the role of a garbage collector. Someone who goes and collects our garbage for us. Their roles are very different. The doctor heals people, the garbage collector collects garbage. However, is the value of a garbage collector any less than the value of a doctor? Let's just take a moment. I'd like you to take a moment for a second to think about your garbage collector. Yes, the one who comes and picks up the garbage for you on a weekly basis. Do you know, think about for a second, put yourself in their shoes. They wake up middle of the night. They come whether it's cold, raining, storming. They have to deal with grumpy people who are stuck behind that garbage truck, you know, that day where you're trying to get to shul or somewhere very early in the morning and you're stuck behind that garbage truck and you have to deal with frustrated people. And yet, their role is extremely important. Can you imagine a society without garbage collectors? Can you imagine our conditions of living without someone coming to collect our rubbish on a weekly basis? It would be not livable. Everyone would be sick with diseases. We would just disintegrate. The value of their job is indescribable. On the other hand, you have the job of a doctor. How valuable is a doctor? Without doctors, we also wouldn't survive. Someone would get sick, we wouldn't know how to treat it, and everybody would eventually just die out without doctors. So you have two very important roles, very different roles, but in a way, if you think about it, equally valuable in the terms of making society a livable place. We need to have both equally. Both are important. Both are vital for human survival and for the world's survival. So yes, are they both equally valuable? Are they both equally contributing to society? Yes. Does that make does that make it that they're both doing the same thing? No, they're doing very different things. And yes, there is a certain prominence and respect given to a doctor, being that they studied for years, etc., etc. So in other words, there's two things. There's equality of value, and then there's equality of roles and missions and things which we do. Every human being is equally valuable. First of all, by the fact that they're a human being. The fact that they were created as a human being in the image of God, that itself is a reason to give them equal amount of dignity and respect, just like you would give any other human being. And also, even when you get to the roles of people, what people contribute to society, everybody's contribution is important and valuable, and we need to respect that, and we need to treat them with respect and thank them for what they contribute to society equally. That doesn't mean that everybody's the same. That doesn't mean that everybody should do the same thing. Can you imagine a society where everybody was garbage collectors? Can you imagine a society where everybody was doctors? Very nice that everyone's doctors, but there's so many other things which need to get done, and vital things which need to get done. We need people to have different roles. We need people to do different things and to contribute their unique contribution to society. Another example, totally unrelated, I'm not comparing it to examples, just another example. You have community leaders, like rabbis, and you have the community. Both are vital. You need the rabbi, you need the community leader to provide the guidance, to be a mentor for the community, to guide them in the right way. But who are the people on the ground? Who are the people which implement the guidance given to them and make the world a better place because of the guidance that is given to them? The community themselves, the regular people. Can you imagine if the rabbi would decide just to become a part of the community? Can you imagine if the entire community would be rabbis? I'm not sure which one's worse, but either way, right? The fabric of the community would disintegrate. Both are vital. No one is more valuable than the other one. It's just that they're different and unique, and both are equally needed, and both are equally unique. But yes, it is different. Another example, again, totally unrelated, just being examples of different roles. You have Jews and you have non-Jews. Are they the same? No. Are they equally valuable? Yes. Do we need both? Of course we need both. Both have a different mission. As we've discussed in the past, during a different webinar, the mission of someone who's not Jewish is more directed towards perfecting the world. The mission of someone who is Jewish is to bring God into the world. Both are needed for the mission and the reason why God created the world, which is to make the world a better place and to make the world a godly place. So yes, they're different, both are valuable, both are unique, but they are different. Within the Jewish people themselves, and this is really what Korach was fighting. You have the Kohen, the priest, and you have a Yisrael, a regular Jew. The Kohen is given certain importance, certain prominence. They are the ones who bless the Jewish people. They are the ones who do the service in the temple during temple times. You can have the most righteous person, the most righteous Jew, but if they're not a Kohen, they're not a Kohen. It has nothing to do with being better or worse. You can have a person who is far greater spiritually than a Kohen, but at the end of the day, that person just cannot be a Kohen. Because a Kohen was given a unique mission that only a Kohen can do. And a Yisrael can only fulfill, a regular Jew can only fulfill the mission of a regular Jew. And both are unique, both are special, and both are different. In fact, if you think about it, if you say that everybody is equal in terms of their role and mission, what you're actually doing is taking away the uniqueness of each individual. Everybody is equal in terms of dignity and respect, but no, not everybody is the same in what their role and mission is. By saying that everybody should be doing the same thing, what you're basically doing is taking away the uniqueness of each individual. The reason why God created me and created you and created the third person is because each of us have a unique, different mission that the other person cannot do. We all have to be equally treated with respect. We all have to be equally treated with dignity, but we're different. And that's a good thing. That's not a bad thing. I want to end off with an example that I'm not going to actually get into too much, and I would like, if people would like to comment and share their views, I'll be interested to hear this. And that is when it comes to men and women. Just to bring you an example, there is a commandment to light Shabbat candles in a home every Shabbos. Now, that obligation is actually equal upon everybody. Everyone's obligated to light Shabbos candles. However, the tradition is that women are the ones who light the Shabbos candles. Why is it that way? That is because women have a unique power that men don't. And that is the power to bring in light and holiness, specifically the light of Shabbat, but in general, the spirit of serenity, of peace, calmness, holiness, spirituality into the home. Something that I cannot do. Of course, we try help. Everybody needs to help each other with their mission, of course. But there's a unique specialty that a woman has, that she is able to bring in peace, harmony, the serenity that comes with Shabbat into the home. So, yes, men and women are equal in importance, equal in value, equal in dignity and respect, but perhaps their roles may be different. And I'll leave that open for everybody to think about and to discuss. The bottom line is this: if everybody would fulfill their unique mission that they were given by God, the world would be a much better place. We shouldn't be looking to somebody else. What is that person doing? What am I doing? Let me try to be like him or her, or that person. This person seems greater than me. I would love to do that. This person seems lower than me. We should try focus on what is my unique mission that God wants me to fulfill in my life. So, Kol ha'eda kulam kedoshim, everybody is holy. Of course, everybody is holy. Everybody is equally needed. Everybody is equally important. The mistake is that there are some people which are tisnasu akal Hashem. There are leaders. There are community members. There are various jobs, various missions, various things which need to be carried out. That every individual has the unique talent, the unique capabilities to fulfill. And let us all try to focus inwards, not outwards. Let us try to fulfill my unique mission, your unique mission, in making the world a better and more godly place. Have a good day.